Hello students, today in this session we are going to learn about selective dissemination of information search. Already in the chapter 2 we have learnt about what is meant by selective dissemination and how we are going to do the information search, but here we are going to check about labeled data. Okay, so we are using labeled data instead of unlabeled data, right? Okay, so this particular system is called poll system. So just 1 minute. So what we are going to use a selective dissemination. What is the meaning of selective dissemination? Dissemination means you are going to get the data and information frequently, which you are going to get information frequently over the internet. Okay, as you are daily using internet more and more, the growth of the internet is increased and we are working only with the labeled data. So till now we have checked only with the unlabeled data. So that is called selective or only dissemination of data. But here what we are doing? We are working with the labeled data which comes under selective dissemination. So that is a basic concept which we are going to see now. So what is the basic difference? Needs information and directs the query. Yeah. So what we are going to do? The basic difference is that the search system proactively makes a decision that what type of information it is required, and it will direct the query to the information system to search. Okay. Suppose I am writing the query here. So I am taking the complete query and it is going to your information system or a storage system. Okay, and it will check the query and search the data according to the given query. So same thing what was going to happen till now. Similarly, it will direct, this particular system will direct the query to the system to search. In the dissemination system, the user have to define the profiles and whatever the information added to the system have to be automatically compared with the user profile. So for example, same example I took about Instagram. So we are using Instagram, right? So what happens? I hope I was surprised when I was using this. Whenever I'm sad, okay, suppose I'm getting the videos like this, okay, post or videos. So when I see this particular video or a post which is of related to sad video, continuously I'll get all the relevant videos about this. If I'm in happy mood, I will search and I'll get all the videos related. So what it is going to check here, sad or whatever it may be, your user profile, right? So what is a user profile and what type of data the user has been browsing throughout the thing? Okay, how you think that you will get all the Facebook ads or post according to your, suppose if I am browsing for me, I'll get all the papers published because I'll only more search on papers. For you people, what you will get, what are the job related things you will search always in the LinkedIn or a Facebook. So exactly, selective dissemination, the data will be labeled. Second one, it will search according to the user profile. Yes. So whatever the user profile, it will check the data. After browsing, it will compare with the user profile whether it is relevant or not. So before that it will on check, after browsing it will check whether it is relevant or not. Done. Now coming to the next point, in order to use this you have two major approaches. One is Boolean type and natural language. So natural language queries are easily represented within the required models and you will check the similarity measures. Already we have discussed the similarity measures, how you are going to do with the ranking part and how you are going to do with the selective dissemination or how you are going to do with the relevancy. Okay. In the Boolean, you will take to 0 and 1 values. If it is high relevant, you will mention as 1. If it is not relevant, you will put it as 0. So what are the issues when we are talking Boolean queries? Already we have to use and or not. We have seen this in the previous sessions. Whenever two elements I am taking, you will and the two elements or the two elements, and according to that you will write the query and search the data and update the weights, right? So what are the weights associated with, and you will update accordingly. So this is a thing. where you have to use the weight values in order to search the elements. Now, if the operators, whatever you are using, in the normal interpretation, they are not, actually they are not specifically determined, or they are too restrictive or too generally, we have to go with this particular operator. For example, too general, I'll take bread. See, it is too general word. I am searching a word called bread. So what happens? You may have garlic, brown, milk. So all these are the categories of the bread. So this is a generalized one. So when I do, what I can do is, I'll add that garlic and, okay, brown, and I can mention milk. Or suppose I want only all the three, I will mention AND operator. Suppose contrast to this, I want to any type of bread, then I can do it milk, or operator, garlic, or operator, you can go with the brown bread. So simple example. So this is generalized one, this is restricted. Got it? If I mention only garlic bread, that it comes under restrictive. If I mention only bread, it is too general. So this is a difference between these two. Coming to the next part, this Salton. So he told that you can use whatever the expected output according to the operators by optimizing. Okay, so how you can go optimized one? So for this, you have to mention the strict definition problem, where you should not miss the ranking of the data, and it should be of the Boolean, pure Boolean process, right? So whenever you are searching the query element, three things you have to remember. The definition should be strict. Okay, it should not lack in ranking. And finally, you have to go for the Boolean process. You should not combine with any other process, right? So what is strict means? You should not define general queries, no general queries, and ranking should be there, because always you have to give the weightage to the values and you have to provide the ranking, and always you have to use Boolean process like AND or operators. If you do this, you can obviously do the optimization for getting the relevant data. Now, so what happens? Some of the early works when Brookstein, so he have told that Boolean and weighted systems can be used, or you can mix with the fuzzy logic. Why we are going with the fuzzy system? Already we have seen fuzzy values for this, right? So whenever you have the uncertain values, like uncertain values, what are uncertain values? I'll say that may or may not. Okay, for example, I'll say that bread may be garlic or may not be. So in that case, you cannot use the traditional logic. You have to go with the fuzzy set or fuzzy systems. Okay. So in this uncertainty values, you can also work with the fuzzy sets and fuzzy logic. I hope you have learnt in your AI subject, where you'll have the fuzzy logic and this. And in this, you have to calculate the degree of the membership value. According to the degree of the membership value, you can identify whether this particular element, according to the fuzzy logic, belongs to that particular set or not. And this can be used with the integration of AND and OR operators also. So who is having high membership value will have the AND operation. Who is having low membership value comes under your OR operation. So this is your degree of A intersection B. So minimum. Intersection means minimum. According to fuzzy logic. Second one is A union. So you have to max. And this degree can be calculated with the help of fuzzy logic using the membership function, right? Okay. So this is your query. So similarity of this particular query. So whatever the values you have to use according to the AND. So you have to use OR means max values of the document, AND means min values of the document. Okay. And you can also add these two things also, means you are combining here AND and OR. So if you see here, so this is your AND, this is your OR, this is your OR, this is your AND. So this is OR query and this is AND query. Okay. So after getting your complete query, you have to summarize the query. So this is for selective element. So QR. So this is a formula, OR operator, A1 comma A1 OR, A2 comma A2 OR, so on, AN comma AN. So this A1 comma A1 belongs to here. Similarly, AND means you have to go with the AND operator. So this is a formula using the fuzzy logic in order to calculate the operator, the similarity index, whatever the value you want. Okay. So next one is searching the internet by hypertext. What is meant by hypertext? So I'm not going in depth about the hypertext. So whatever the data you are storing in the form of the hypertext, internet will always store the data in the form of the document object model. So this is related to www, where your page is created with hypertext markup language, right? So that is called HTML. Okay. So the primary techniques which are associated with the internet is you have to create all the index on the internet and search of them, and you have to allow them to search. So for example, you can use Yahoo, Alta Vista and Lycos. So all these are related to your internet technologies. In all this, you have to identify whatever the large number of internet sites and where you can retrieve the data which can be indexed. So the conclusion of this particular slide is whatever data it is searched or stored in the form of internet like HTML, what you have to check? Always you have to create the index. According to the index, you have to go for the similar document and you have to search the values according to that. So the primary thing, so for Lycos, you can check this .com, www.lycos.com. For All Vista, this is your website. Please, when you get time, you have to check this. You check this one, ma'am. So this particular Lycos will return home pages from the site for automatic indexing, while it will share text at a site. So it will automatically indexed and stored in your site, but here it will cite only the text. So all the index of the site. So please find the difference between these two. And the next one. So one more is technique for accessing nodes, locate text to be indexed. So till now we are using site have to be indexed. Now if I want to cite the text also, for this you have to use intelligent agents. One small difference here. So this is my site. One method is I am indexing, I1 is site 1, I2 is site 2, I3 is site 3. This is one type of indexing where you are indexing the complete website. Okay. So S1, S2, S3 you can use. Coming to the second one, text in that particular site have to be indexed. Okay. So text in that particular site have to be indexed. That is your second method. This can be achieved only for intelligent agents. So these intelligent agents have to be independently go in the internet sites and they have to locate the information where it is going to be stored according to the document object model, because your HTML uses only this particular technique in order to store the data. Done? So this is your searching internet and hypertext. So when you talk about these intelligent agents, we have autonomy. Okay, first one is autonomy. Yeah, so first one is autonomy. The search must able without interaction with a human agent, because I am talking about intelligent agent. Okay. Second one, it should have control over its own internal states, and it should always return the relevant information. So these are the three important points for autonomy. So what is the next one? Communication ability. So here always the agent have to communicate with the information and it has to traverse. Okay, so it should not only rely on only one site, it should communicate with all other sites. Next one is capacity for corporation. So it have to be very corporate to perform manually beneficent task, means it should not depend upon any other things in order to benefit the corporate. And the next two are capacity. So capacity for reasoning, whenever you are defining some set of conditions, it has to be properly managed and it should be knowledge based. and it should be artificial evaluation based, because we are not using any manual requirement, only intelligence agents will perform. So last one is adaptive behavior, where it have to adapt you to the new data which have to be inserted into your state or current site or old site. Finally, trustworthiness, the data have to be from the trusted party, it should not be fake data. So these 6 things you have to remember when you're talking about searching the data over the internet with the help of the hypertext. So remember all these points. Thank you.